Good afternoon to all of you all. Wish you all a very happy New Year 2021. In this video, we would like to see three charges which are to be placed in a straight line with a maximum separation d such that the potential energy is maximum or minimum. So that is what we wish to do. And how should how should the charges be arranged for each of the two cases? That is the maximum potential energy and minimum potential energy. Let us say the three charges are Q1, Q2 and Q3. So I'll put Q1 here, Q2 in between and Q3. This is the distance d. So we would like to see how the three charges Q1, Q2, Q3 should be arranged so that the potential energy is maximum or minimum. Yeah. So we have taken any three general charges Q1 and Q2, and let us say this distance is x. So this will be d minus x. The potential energy, there will be three potential energy terms Q1, Q3, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 by d plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by x, and the other term, third term would be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 by d minus x the whole square. Now we wish to maximize or minimize this. So obviously we must find du by dx and equate it to 0, and the double derivative must be positive for a minima and double derivative must be negative for a maxima. So let us see this. So du by dx would be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. I am removing common. This is a constant. D is a constant, so this will be 0. Here you will have minus 1 by x squared q1 q2. Here you will have this is d minus x, d minus not whole square, d minus x. So this would be minus 1 by d minus x the whole square q2 q3 into minus 1. Yes, derivative of minus x is minus 1. That is du by dx. Let us equate this to 0. We will later find out the double derivative of this. If we equate this to 0, you will have q1 q2 by x squared is equal to q2 q3 by d minus x the whole square. Okay. So Q2 cancels. Now the first condition we get here is that if the left hand side is positive, the right hand side should also be positive. Yeah. And if the left hand side is negative, the right hand side should also be negative. Now x squared is a positive quantity, d minus x the whole squared is a positive quantity. Therefore Q1 and Q3 must have the same sign. Must have the same sign. Yes. So therefore, if Q1 and Q2, Q3 must have the same sign, it means that the extreme charges must be of the same. Q1 and Q3 are the extreme charges. So the extreme charges must be of the same sign. Extreme charges. They are the Q1 and Q2 are the extreme charges. Yes. Now we also note one thing, that this quantity here is nothing but the force on Q2. If you see the force on Q2, if Q1 and Q2 are of the same sign, they are having the same sign, sorry, Q1 and Q3. If Q1 and Q3 are having the same sign, whatever be Q2, Q2 will either be attracted, if Q2 is opposite, Q2 will either be attracted or it will be repelled. And this force on Q2 due to Q1 is Q1 Q2 by x squared, and due to Q3 is Q2 Q3 by d minus x whole squared. If these two forces are equal, this charge is in equilibrium. The central charge will be in equilibrium. Yes? So that is one very important condition for maximum or minimum potential. The central charge must be in equilibrium. Now, what about Q1 x? Let us find out what is x and d minus x. So we will get x by d minus x is equal to root Q1 by root Q3. To do componendo dividendo, you will get x by d minus x plus x is equal to root Q1 by root Q3 plus root Q1. That gives us x is equal to d into root Q1 by root Q3 plus root Q1. That is x. You again did componendo dividendo, you will get x plus d minus x by d minus x is equal to root Q1 plus root Q3 by root Q3. So x cancels and you get d minus x is equal to d into root Q3 by root Q1 plus root Q3. That is d minus x. So let us put this in the expression for the potential energy. So the potential energy U would be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, Q1 Q2 by Q1 Q3 by d, Q1 Q3 by d plus Q1 Q2 by x. Instead of x I put this d root Q1 by d root Q1 by root Q3 plus root Q1, and here you will have plus Q2 Q3 by d minus x by d minus x. So d minus x is d root Q3 into root Q1 plus root Q3. Let's simplify this. This root Q1 will cancel with this Q1. You will have Q1 here. Root Q3 will cancel here. You will have Q3 there. And you will be left with 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. D is common. It will come out. And you have here Q1 Q3. Okay. Now let's simplify this. This will be plus root Q1 Q2 root Q3 plus root Q1 and root Q1 is Q1 Q2. Here you will have root Q1 Q2 and root Q3, and you multiply this here, you get Q2 Q3. Yes. So we can write U as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught d into Q1 Q2, yes, Q1 Q2 Q2 Q3 and Q3 Q1. Q1 Q2, Q2 Q3 and Q3 Q1 plus this is Q1 Q2 Q3 Q1 Q2 Q3 root Q1 Q2 root Q3 root Q1 Q2 root Q3. So it will be plus 2 root Q1 Q2 Q2 root Q3. That is the expression for the potential energy. Now you can write this in a slightly different way. This is 1 by 4 epsilon naught d Q1 Q2 Q1 Q2 plus Q2 Q3 plus Q3 Q1 plus this we will remove this root Q. We will write Q2 as root Q into root Q. So you can write this as root Q2 into root Q1 Q2 Q3. Yes? From this expression, it is seen that Q1 Q2 Q2 Q3 Q3 Q1 root of Q1 Q2 Q3 is going to be the same irrespective of wherever you place Q1 Q2 Q3. Whether you place Q1 at the center or Q3 at the center, it doesn't matter for these terms. But for this, you have the central charge playing an important role. So we have to focus our attention on the central charge. Okay. So now let us see. Let us take this expression for du by dx. Let us take the double derivative of this. Let us take the double derivative. d2u by dx squared. So d2u by dx squared would be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into this would be minus 2. So minus 2 by q1 q2 by x cube, and this will be again, this minus and minus will be plus, and here you will have a minus 2 and derivative of minus x will be minus 1. So this will be a plus sign here. You will have 2 q2 q3 by d minus x the whole cube, or that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, yes, into 2 q1 q2 by x cube plus 2 q2 q3 by d minus x the whole cube. Now let us see the various cases. The cases that come out is all are positive. Let us say all are positive. If all charges are positive, we can see that d2u by dx squared is positive. Yes, if q1 and q2 are positive, q2, q3 are also positive. Therefore, d2u by dx squared is positive. So, if d2u by d2x squared is positive, u is minimum. Now, u is minimum. Now, you see in this chart, in this expression to the potential energy, u will be minimum if q2 is minimum. So, this implies that q2 should be minimum. So, place the minimum charge at the center. That means, for example, if you had 2 coulomb, 5 coulomb and 0.5 coulomb, you should place all positive. You should place 0.5 coulomb at the center for minimum. There is no maximum in this case. Yes, there is no maximum potential energy in this case. Yes, you have only a minimum case. Then supposing the all charges are negative. If all charges are negative. If all charges are negative, d2u by dx squared will again be positive. Because q1, q2 will be positive, minus and minus is plus. q2, q3 will also be positive, minus and minus plus. So again u is minimum. So again the condition is q2 should be minimum. That means if you add minus 7 coulomb, minus 2 coulomb and minus 5 coulomb, the minimum out of this is minus 7 coulomb. Place this minus 7 coulomb at the center for minimum potential energy. Now let us take the case where the third case where Q1 and Q3 are positive. Remember, Q1 and Q3 are got to have the same sign, and Q2 is negative. Yeah? Or Q1 and Q3 are negative and Q2 is positive. Okay? Here we have said that the extreme charges must have the same sign. So Q1 and Q3 are positive and Q2 is negative, or Q1 and Q3 are negative and Q2 is positive. If this is the case, check d2u by dx squared. If Q1 and Q2 are positive and Q1 and Q3 are positive and Q2 is negative, d2u by dx squared will be negative. d2u by dx squared is negative. Even in the second case, d2u by dx squared is negative. If Q1 and Q3 are negative, yes, and Q2 is positive, d2u by dx squared is negative. Therefore, the potential energy is maximum. Yes, the potential energy is maximum. Now, obviously, you will have to place Q2, the charge which is, so how will you place the charges? If two are positive and one is negative, place the single negative charge or the single positive charge at the center. That means take the if you have plus 7 coulomb, plus 5 coulomb and minus 3 coulomb, place minus 3 at the center and the potential energy will be maximum. Or if you add minus 3, minus 5 and plus 4. Minus 3 and minus 5 will be at the extreme. Place plus 4 at the center and your potential energy will be maximum. Okay? Now, even in the case of gravitation, the same workings can be done, but the situation is much simpler because mass is only of one type and the force is attractive. So, in the case of gravitation, see what happens. If you see what is d2 u by dx squared for gravitation, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught we put as minus g. Yes, because the potential energy term is minus g m1 m2 by d minus g m1 m3 by d minus g m1 m2 by x minus m2 m3 by d minus x. So we are just replacing 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught by minus g, and therefore you will have here 2 m1 m2 by x cube plus 2 m2 m3 by d minus x the whole cube. So this whole thing will always be negative. Yes, the whole thing is always going to be negative because the masses are always positive. Therefore, it is always a case of maximum potential energy. U is always maximum. U is always maximum. Now, which mass should you place at the center? Come to this expression for the potential energy. You want the potential energy to be maximum. So, this M2, yes, instead of Q2, we'll have M2 here. This M2 should be maximum. So, you place Q is always place the maximum mass at the center. Okay. Thank you.